Hello, this is Tajwar Ali, and you are watching my YouTube channel, The World Religions, Ideologies, and Theories. Today, I want to talk you about nationalism. Nationalism is purely a European-born ideology and in theory. Nationalism was born in the 19th century in Europe, and this theory became one of the biggest causes of World War One and World War Two. When different nations they felt that they are great nations and uh, this feeling of greatness aroused different emotions in those nations as a result. As a result of that, great destructive and chaotic wars were fought and they destroyed humanity. Nation, nation, a powerful force in the modern history which arouses strong feelings. Nationalism, for some, it is tantamount. For others, it creates solidarity and stability, which are preconditions for freedom movements. In its most extreme form, nationalism was at the roots of genocidal policies of Nazi Germany. Yet it has also been the basis of liberation movements in Europe, in Asia, and in Africa. When it was originated, nationalism, the concept emerges from 1850 to 1914 when the First World War was fought in the world. There was a rise of popular nationalist consciousness in Europe with the unification of Italy in 1861 and the unification of Germany in 1876. So these events created feelings and sentiments which were related to nationalism. After World War One, the Austro-Hungarian Empire was fragmented into different states like Hungary and Czechoslovakia. So these events also uh, created such feelings in the world. Now I will share with you about five definitions of the most famous political scientists and sociologists and social scientists of the term nation. Actually, many people, when they see the dictionary meaning of nationalism and nations, then this is totally a wrong definition. Dictionary definition cannot be trusted in this matter when you define nationalism and nation. It will misguide you when you define nationalism and nation. Dictionary meaning is not sufficient. So I will share major five definitions of great political scientists. Otto Bauer, a political scientist, he says that the totality of people who are united by common fate so that they possess a common character. Here he says that the keywords in this definition are common fate and common character. These two keywords, you should note it: common character and common fate. Then comes Max Weber, a sociologist, a theorist. He says that a nation is a community of sentiments that could adequately manifest itself in a state of its own. Here, the keyword is community of sentiments. Then comes another social scientist, Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith says that a nation is a named human population that shares myths and memories, immense public culture. Named human population. Anthony Smith called it named human population. Then comes Benedict Anderson. Benedict Anderson says that a nation is an imagined political community, We should note it, a nation is an imagined political community, and imagined as both inherently limited and sovereign. Sovereign. James Callas, a social scientist, he says that a nation is a group of people who feel themselves to be a community, a group of people who feel themselves to be a community, and community bound together by ties of history, culture, and common ancestry. In these five definitions, we saw that imagined political community, community of sentiments, collectively, collective approach has been used in these five definitions. An imagined community. Then we can easily conclude it that a nation is a moral consciousness. A moral consciousness. When people feel that we are a nation, they are a nation. When a group of people get together and they say that we are a nation, then they are a nation. Imagine political community. They imagine community of sentiments. Then I will share with you some three definitions of nationalism of some great social scientists. Ernest Gellner, social scientist, who says that nationalism is a theory of political legitimacy which requires that ethnic boundaries should not cut across political ones, and that ethnic boundaries within a given state should not separate the power holder from the rest. So this is the definition of Ernest Gellner. Then comes Ali Kadori, social scientist. He says that nationalism is a doctrine invented in Europe in the beginning of 19th century. And his doctrine holds that humanity is naturally divided into nations. And that nation is known by certain characteristics which can be ascertained, and that only legitimate type of government is national self-government. Then comes Montserrat Gabernal, a social scientist. He says that nationalism means the sentiments of belonging to community whose members identify with a set of symbols, a set of beliefs and ways of life, and have the will to decide upon their common political destiny. They have the right, they have the power to decide the common political destiny. Then comes the conclusion. Thus, Nation and nationalism is a moral consciousness. A moral consciousness which changes by the time. It's not a permanent feeling, it's not a permanent idea. I can give you some examples. In many parts of the world, different states are created on the basis of nationalism. They feel that they are a nation, then they create a state. During the creation of Pakistan in 1947, East Pakistan and West Pakistan, the people of these two Pakistans, they felt that they are Muslims. On the basis of their religion, they thought that they are a nation. And they became a nation and they created a country. After 25 years, the people of East Pakistan, they felt that they are a different nation on the basis of language. Then they became a nation and they created a different country. Then after 1971, there arises four different nations within Pakistan, and they feel that they are in different nations on the basis of different languages. And nation and nationalism is a moral consciousness which changes by the time. In the same way, in different countries of the world, they felt that different groups, they felt that they are a nation, and then they became a nation. So nationalism and nation is a feeling of the people, a feeling or a sentiments, community of sentiments, an imagined political community. And when people think that they are a nation, they are a nation. In that way, it's a moral consciousness. Yeah, so this is enough for today, and tomorrow I will come with a new religion, a new ideology, or a new sect, or a new theory. And thank you for listening. Thank you very much.